Hey guys, McGregor on the Hideaway Guy for an adventure. Alright, clean up the yard after a huge windstorm last night. We're in a series of 4 of these, and so tonight we're going to get hit again. So I thought this would be a good time to talk about backup power, considering what's happening down east with all the snowstorms, the ice storms, the cold weather in central Canada, and all the big windstorms on the west, and all the power outages that have been going on. So this is winter in Canada, and it's a good time to really consider what you're having for backup power. So if you know me, I'm using solar power as my backup system on Hideaway. A survival preacher emailed me the other day and he asked me, why don't I use a generator? Okay, well, I do have a generator. Okay, so let's talk about the generator I have, because here it's a little different. Okay, now in the power shed we go. Okay, I have a 3500 watt. Where is it? There it is. I have a 3500 watt propane powered generator that I keep in the shed. Okay, this is for absolute emergencies. If the grid goes down and I don't have enough solar power to power my house. I got to keep power in my house, and it's really critical, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But along with that, I keep 2 40-pounders propane tanks, and the reason I'm using propane is because propane stores indefinitely, and your propane powered generator isn't going to get gummed up with fuel like a gas or a diesel generator. Shed close. Alright, so if you have a gas or diesel generator, even if you're using stabilizer in your fuel, okay, if you're not maintaining it on an ongoing basis, rest assured when you need it, it's not going to work. Okay, a propane generator will work, and that's why I use it here. Okay. Why I don't use the generator as an alternative power source? Oh, simple. Cost. Okay. Here, I live in an extreme environment. I live in Hideaway, Canada. I am 53 point something degrees north. It's an island. We have huge storms in the wintertime. Everything comes here by boat. Shipping here is very expensive if it's heavy or big. Fuel is extremely expensive here. Those propane tanks I just showed you, they're $100 a piece to fill. If you want to buy fuel for your car or generator or anything else, right now it's $1.44 a liter or $6 US a gallon. Okay, it's expensive. So here, solar power makes good sense. The cost of running a generator, a 3500 watt generator, is what I've sized to power what I need critically. Okay, I need my fridge and freezer and a few lights as my absolute critical loads. Here, like I said, we get serviced by a ferry. Everything comes here by ferry. Food, everything. Wintertime, it's storm season. Okay, our ferry coming from the mainland to here has been canceled for the last 3 weeks. So our grocery store is empty. Okay, so if I don't have food in my fridge and freezer, or if the power goes out and it goes bad, go kind of hungry. I went to the store yesterday. The only thing in the store and the vegetables was cabbage. So we're having cabbage steak tonight. How cool is that? Might even do a video on that one, because I saw some good recipes for it. But fuel. Okay, like I said, $100 a propane tank. Let's do the $6 a gallon, okay, as a comparison, because everybody can relate to gas charges. Okay, 3500 watt inverter running at half load, so around 1600 watts, okay, is using 0.67 gallon, 0.67 of a gallon, 0.67 of a gallon per hour. So that is costing you here almost $5 per hour to run. If you want to run your fridge and freezer, okay, you're going to have to run your generator. Okay, you're going to have to run it for 2 hours, turn it off for 3 hours, turn it on for 2, run it off for 3. Okay, roughly all that time. That's when you're going to have to do it to keep your food adequately cold. So you're going to run it a minimum of 8 hours. It's $5. So 5 8 $45. Okay. If you had to run that for 3 days, $45 times 3 is 4, 8, 12, 13, almost $150 for 3 days of power. So, what does that mean? Well, that means it's expensive. $150 in 3 days of power. Can you imagine if you had to run that for 30 days? Whoa. That'd be like a $1,500 power bill for the month. Can you imagine that? All right. Anyways, so let's talk about solar. Okay. Oh, well, let's go back to the generator for a sec. Okay. So 3,500 watts is and I've cut it to the minimum. That is what I absolutely minimally need. Okay? And I want to talk to you about my buddy Chris. You know him as Fat KD on YouTube. He lives in Edmonton, and I used to live in Calgary. Okay, and he's actually a good friend of mine. Before we came here, God, it's been 3 years now. February 14th we left here. So we're 28th of January, so another couple of weeks. It's going to be 3 years. Deb and I moved here. We had a big snowstorm, okay, and it was a big snowstorm, ice storm, and everything else, and we lost power for 4 days. Can you imagine being in a major center like that and losing power for 4 days? Like, it was just nuts. Anyways, he had a 7,500 watt inverter, or a generator, and so he was using that, okay, and he's got a big house. It's just huge. Anyways, but in Canada, temperatures get cold, so you can't let your house sit. Okay, in Hawaii, I can let it sit because the temperature rarely goes below even freezing. I've got a wood stove, so that I don't need to worry about heating my place. But in his situation, the temperature went down to like minus 25. Okay, so he's in Edmonton, I'm in Calgary. I've got my solar system, and I'm fine. He's up in Edmonton, he's running his generator, and he's trying to keep heat in his house, okay, with his generator. So he was paying, okay, then, okay, you gotta remember that's like 4 or 5 years ago, okay, he was paying $145 a day, okay, to put fuel into his generator. So, like lots and lots of money, okay. So, you gotta consider what your need is, okay. Now, in his situation, okay, so that was once in a, like, whatever, right? So, yeah, I mean, you can all survive it. But in Hawaii, okay, in January, we're 28th of January today, we've probably lost power at least a dozen times this month already for 8 hours or more. So that means I would have been having to plug my generator in, okay? Those little solar panels on the roof, okay, have kept me in light and power, okay, kept my fridge and freezer running. So I haven't had an issue, the danger here, okay, like I said, the ferry's been canceled for 3 weeks, the store is empty right now, okay, it should be here, what's today? Today is Saturday, so it's supposed to come in on Monday, so we should have food on Monday, but that's okay. The power is what we need to make sure. We got to have constant power to make sure that our fridge and freezer are looked after. A generator may not provide that, because if I'm away, generator's not going to start itself. It's not going to pull itself out of the shed, run to the house and plug itself in and start itself. My solar panels switch on and off automatically, which is really cool. So, and it's cheap. Okay, my generator's cheap. Okay, let's talk about that. $600 for a generator. I got about $100 worth of cabling. I've got 2 tanks of fuel at $100 a piece. So I got $900 in investment tied up in my generator. That is $900 for absolutely emergency use. It's not giving me a payback. It's not giving me any benefit other than in an extreme situation where I need power, I can plug in my generator. Okay. If I had to use my generator every time the power went out here, it would be a liability because I'd be paying huge money to have power. Okay, let's talk about solar panels. Okay, I got 6 solar panels on my roof, giving me 1.4 kilowatts of power in best case scenario. Today it's not. Today it's giving me about 290 watts, but that 290 watts is enough to keep my fridge and freezer and everything running that I need at this moment in time. Okay, I'm not cooking, I'm not heating water, I'm not doing anything. It's just giving me the basics to maintain. Okay, tonight I'm going to have to buy power, but if the power goes out tonight, and it probably will because big storm's coming in again tonight, 2 more tonight and tomorrow, it'll automatically kick over to battery and we'll be fine. So we got 6 panels. Let's say you get a really score deal on those, $300 a piece. Okay, so that's $1,800 worth of panels. You need batteries. Okay, I use L16 batteries, and I just got a price on those because I'm doing an install for somebody else. If you guys didn't know, I'm a solar installer. I'm $845 a piece from Vancouver. Yep, 4 of those. So 4 of those, let's say 4 9s, $3,600 worth of battery by the time you get it shipped. You need a charge controller because the solar panel to the battery needs a charge controller in the middle. I use a Xantrax MPP 6150. That cost $1,000, including shipping here. To convert the DC power from the batteries to AC power for your home, you need an inverter. That inverter, I use a Magnasign MP, what is that? PAE 4024 inverter. It's a 4,000 watt inverter, and it costs $3,000 here delivered. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're up to $10,000, $11,000. The cable running off the solar panels to the charge controller is an 8-gauge cable. There's 35 feet of it there. That costs about $6 a foot. So calculate that out. I have a battery cables. I've got 6 4-aught cables for my battery bank at $45 a piece. Do the math. I have a Xantrax Midnight Solar combiner box because I got 2 strings of solar panels on the roof. They got to be combined into one. That's around $125 plus 2 breakers at $30 a piece. And then we go into miscellaneous. Okay, then we got a fuse. That's $125, including mounting block and wiring. I got a distribution center at $275, and then we got the panel box, which actually takes the AC power and actually distributes it out to the appliances. That's about $400. Add in a couple of $300 to $400 in wiring and plugs, maybe $500 in wiring and plugs to get power to the appliances and the lights and stuff you need. So you're in the $12,000 to $15,000 range. Okay. That's a lot of money. Okay. So I say I got $900 in generator tied up, and I got, let's say, $12,000 in solar tied up. Well, let's look today. It's cloudy, it's icky, it's whatever. My solar panels are giving me a feedback. They're offsetting my power bill right now to a 0 state. Okay, tonight I'm going to have to buy power, but right now during the day when the sun is shining, okay, I am not getting charged from the utility company. My generator and its fuel and its cables is sitting in the shed doing nothing for me. Okay, we run 365 days a year. So let's say so I just looked at my BC Hydro account, okay, on the computer, and the average house on Haida right now, okay, is using 90 kilowatts of power per day. 90 kilowatts a day, so their power bill is 90 kilowatts at 11 cents. So 9, 11, so that's, I don't know, 10 or 12 bucks, right? 10 or 12 bucks a day. My cost is between 10 and 12 kilowatts, okay? So my cost is about $1 to $1.25 a day. Okay, that's the difference. My generator is doing nothing for me. My solar panels, okay, are saving me all that money. Okay, and I know this because when Deb and I first came here, before we put the solar panels in, before we put the wood stove in, before we did everything we did, okay, we were paying $350 a month on our utility bill. So the numbers that we're seeing, okay, aren't out of line at all. So that's, for me, a big benefit of why solar works. But I do have a generator. I do keep it as an emergency backup, and they are great to have. And honestly, you know, if you can afford it, spend the money to have it. It's well worth the investment. Sizing your systems is critical, okay? And I would recommend only sizing the system to what you absolutely minimally need for the shortest amount of time you need it, okay? I don't believe in saying, really, I want to run my jacuzzi during a hot tub or during a power out. Okay, honestly, come on, get real. You know, you have critical stuff that you need to do. You need lights in your house. Okay, you need to keep your fridge, freezer, whatever running. Okay, and you need to be able to have enough power. Okay, to at least warm up or cook a food, at least run a microwave or something like that. So don't go crazy on your backup power, but put in what you need. All right, guys. Norm McGregor on the Isles of Haida. Where am I? Isles of Haida. Norm McGregor on the Isles of Haida for All Adventure. Take care. Thanks.